The screen flickered to life at 11:47 p.m., casting a bluish pallor across Jake's face. His camera, a battered GoPro strapped to a tripod, captured the decrepit hallway of Blackthorn Asylum in grainy detail. The walls, peeling like flayed skin, oozed with damp rot. The air smelled of mildew and something sharper, metallic, though Jake chalked it up to rusting pipes. His live stream, Ghost Hunt Jake, Blackthorn Breakdown, had already pulled in 3,272 viewers, a personal record. Comments scrolled furiously. "Yo, Jake, you're nuts. Check the basement, coward. Something moved behind you, dude." He laughed them off, his voice echoing in the empty corridor. "Y'all are seeing things. This place is dead." Blackthorn Asylum had been abandoned since 1973, when a fire gutted the East Wing and killed 17 patients. Locals swore the screams still lingered, carried on the wind. Jake, a 24-year-old with a penchant for urban exploration and a YouTube channel teetering on 50,000 subscribers, saw opportunity in the rumors. He'd spent weeks hyping this live stream, promising the scariest night of your life. Armed with an EMF reader, a flashlight, and a thermos of coffee, he was ready to debunk the hauntings, or at least milk them for views. The hallway stretched into darkness, its floor littered with shattered glass and syringe needles. Jake's boots crunched as he moved deeper, his flashlight beam slicing through the gloom. "All right, chat, let's hit Ward C. That's where they did the lobotomies." His tone was cocky, but his pulse thrummed in his ears. The EMF reader, clutched in his left hand, stayed silent. "Just old pipes creaking," he told himself, ignoring the prickling at the nape of his neck. Viewer count, 4,009. Comments flashed. "Jake, look behind you. There's a shadow by the door. Bro, it moved." He spun, flashlight sweeping the corridor. Nothing but dust motes swirling in the beam. "Y'all got to chill," he said, forcing a grin. "You're freaking yourselves out." But his eyes lingered on the doorway at the hall's end, where the darkness seemed to pulse, thicker than it should be. He shook it off, blaming the coffee jitters. Ward C was a cavernous room, its ceiling sagging under decades of neglect. Rusted gurneys lined the walls, some still strapped with leather restraints. A surgical table sat at the center, stained with something too dark to be rust. Jake panned the camera, narrating for the stream. "This is where they cracked skulls open, folks. Doctors thought they could fix crazy with an ice pick." His voice wavered just for a second. The air in here felt wrong, heavy like it was pressing against his chest. Viewer count, 5,283. The chat exploded. "Jake, there's someone behind you. It's not a shadow, it's a person. Get out, now!" He froze, breath catching. "Guys, stop screwing with me." He turned slowly, flashlight trembling in his grip. The beam caught only empty air, but the chat wouldn't let up. "It's right behind you, Jake. It's got no face." His heart slammed against his ribs. He swung the camera around, scanning the room. Nothing. Just the gurneys, the table, the walls. Yet the air grew colder, the heaviness tightening like a noose. "Okay, chat, you're messing with my head," he said, voice cracking. He forced a laugh, but it sounded hollow. The EMF reader beeped once, a shrill spike that made him jump. "Whoa, okay, we got something." He held it up for the camera, its needle twitching faintly. Could be wiring, could be something else. He tried to sound excited, but dread coiled in his gut. The chat was relentless. "Jake, it's closer now. It's right behind you. Its eyes are empty." He couldn't ignore it anymore. The hairs on his arms stood rigid. The cold was unbearable now, seeping into his bones. He turned, slower this time, flashlight shaking so badly the beam jittered across the walls. Nothing, but the darkness at the room's edge seemed to writhe, folding in on itself like liquid shadow. His breath came in shallow gasps, fogging in the air. The temperature had plummeted. "This isn't funny, guys," he whispered, more to himself than the stream. Viewer count, 6,917. The chat was a frenzy, but one comment stood out, posted by an account called No Eyes See You. "It's not us, Jake. It's her." His stomach lurched. He hadn't told anyone about the asylum's most infamous patient, Eleanor Gray, a woman who'd clawed her own eyes out in 1968, screaming about the thing that watches. Her story was buried in old records, not public knowledge. How did they know? "All right, who's trolling?" he demanded, voice shrill. The EMF reader screeched, its needle pinned to the max. He dropped it, the clatter deafening in the silence. The silence, God, it was too quiet. No creaking pipes, no dripping water, just his own heartbeat pounding like a drum. And then a sound, a wet, dragging scrape like bare feet on damp concrete coming from behind him. He didn't want to turn. Every instinct screamed not to. But the camera was still rolling, the red light blinking. Thousands of eyes were watching. He forced himself to face it, flashlight raised like a weapon. The beam caught something, pale, hunched, crouched by the surgical table. It was human-shaped, but wrong, its limbs too long, its head tilted at an impossible angle. Its face. God, its face. Hollow sockets where eyes should be, oozing black ichor. A lipless mouth stretched into a grin, too wide, too sharp. Jake screamed, stumbling backward. The thing didn't move, but its grin widened, splitting its face further. The camera shook in his hands, capturing it in fleeting glimpses. The chat was pure chaos. "What is that? Run, Jake, run!" "It's Eleanor!" He tripped over a gurney, crashing to the floor. The flashlight skittered away, its beam spinning wildly. The thing was gone when the light settled, but the scraping sound was closer now, circling him. He scrambled to his feet, grabbing the camera. "I'm getting out, I'm done," he sobbed, sprinting for the door. The hallway stretched endlessly, the walls seeming to close in. His footsteps echoed, but they weren't alone. That wet scrape followed, faster now, gaining. He didn't dare look back. The camera caught flashes of the hall, peeling paint, broken tiles, and something else, flickering at the edge of the frame. A pale shape lurching closer. Viewer count, 8,204. The stream lagged, the image stuttering. Comments slowed, then stopped. The last one from No Eyes See You. "She's with you now." Jake burst through the asylum's front door, collapsing onto the gravel outside. The night air was warm, but he couldn't stop shaking. He fumbled with the camera, checking the footage. The screen showed the hallway, his panicked run. And her, Eleanor, or whatever she was, crawling behind him, her eyeless face inches from his back. He dropped the camera, its lens cracking on the ground. The stream cut out. Viewer count, 0. Hours later, when police searched Blackthorn, they found the camera, its footage intact. Jake was gone, his car still parked outside. The last frame of the video showed a shadow moving across the lens, its lipless mouth whispering something no one could hear. If you like this horror video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe.